According to Civil Defense Act 1951, Act 221, civil defense is divided into two conditions, that is, firstly, during war, and secondly, during peace. Malaysia's Civil Defense Department, or JPAM, is a very important department in practicing the elements of civil preparedness among the people to maintain peace, security, and sovereignty of the nation. The element of this civil preparedness had started in Malaysia since 1939 so as to face the threats during the Second World War. Since this element was effective in facing whatever threats, the Civil Defense Ordinance 1952 had been legislated. Civil Defense Department had been officially formed on the 24th of March 1952. At that time, this department was responsible in providing well-trained armies to reduce death rate and annihilation of properties in disaster situation or the impact of enemy attack. After our country had achieved independence, our army was challenged with various incidents and disasters such as Malaysia-Indonesia confrontation in 1964, bloody 13th May incident, and major flood nationwide which hit the country in 1970. The Highland Towers tragedy in 1993 too witnessed the important role played by Civil Defense Department in saving the life of the people and in disaster management.
Ini adalah Blok 1 Highland Towers.
On the 13th September 2009, Malaysia Civil Defense Department created history when it launched a new blue uniform for its personnel, compatible with the International Civil Defense Agency. This uniform symbolizes pride and preparedness of JPAM in handling whatever challenges. Today, Civil Defense Department is known as Malaysia Civil Defense Department or JPAM, which is under the patronage of Home Affairs Ministry. With increasing membership and also equipped with all modern logistic capacity, this department continuously serves the community together with the civil preparedness context. JPAM also plays certain roles to train as many people as possible so that they are well prepared and knowledgeable perpetually in the aspects of security and civil defense. This includes to manage, to organize, to equip, to train and discipline JPAM member besides helping out disaster victims or gives protection for safety of life and property should any disaster occurs. Together with the effort of our government which emphasizes on the improvement of quality and innovation, this department also undergoes various transformation and branding in concordance with National Transformation Policy. In connection with that, JPAM has a vision to be competent in safety protection and disaster management with its mission to consolidate civil preparedness for the safety, security and peace of the country. Holding firmly to this vision and mission, JPAM has widely opened its service network in line with the current needs. Service offered by JPAM includes 999 Emergency Hotline Service, Disaster and Emergency Management Service, Humanitarian Service during war or enemy attack, Baywatch Service. "999" is the emergency line which unites 5 main organizations, that is, police, fire brigade, hospital, Civil Defense Department, and Maritime Enforcement Agency. This 999 control center, which operates 24 hours, guarantees public safety if any disaster or emergency occurs. Some of the services given include road accident management, humanitarian service in catching poisonous animals as well as in destroying insects' nest, quarreling case and accident at the workplace, ambulance service, and search and rescue service. Flood and landslides, which often occur in our country, apparently have changed disaster management landscape. JPAM also provides the service of search and rescue of disaster victims, besides transferring and managing welfare assistance. Encroachment incident at Lahad Datu in early March 2013 witnessed JPAM's maturity in handling current situation of enemy attack. This incident involved destruction of properties in some villages and community localization and victimized 8 police force of PDRM and 2 ATM armies. As a result, 250 JPAM staff were commanded to assist in providing shelter and food for the victims concerned. Seashores, which are considered as focal centers, are also exposed to high risk of the occurrence of accidents and emergencies. As such, JPAM's Shore Rescue Tower plays an important role in providing control and supervision at the seashores. Immediate action can be taken should there be occurrence which may risk people's life and property. HANRO is the abbreviation of Total Defense. It is defined as a form of defense which involves the entire government agencies, private sectors, non-governmental organizations, NGOs, as well as the people in defending national stability and sovereignty. The 5 components of HANRO are psychological resilience, social coherence and solidarity, civil preparedness, economic resilience, security readiness. JPAM is responsible as a leading agency and supervises all activities and program implementation in the civil preparedness component. In arranging strategy to inculcate the culture of civil preparedness among the people, JPAM created various programs for schools, educational institutions, as well as for working people. Some of the programs are Civil Defense Security Awareness Program or PROXPA, that is a program specially targeted for preschool and primary school children. Civil Defense Cadet or CAPA is specially targeted for secondary school students. Civil Defense Institution Team or PISPA is a program which trains students in educational institutions in the aspect of civil defense. Civil Defense Student Corps or Corps CISPA is specially targeted for university students. Civil Defense Emergency Response Team or CDER, which is organized in government, private and statutory body agencies, comprise those working people. Civil Preparedness in Facing Emergency or LKA-MK is a training which is managed by JPAM for the people to master civil defense skill knowledge. All these programs offer theoretical and practical exposure in civil defense such as rescuing, extinguishing fire, and first aid in facing disaster menace and emergency situation which increasingly happen in the country. JPAM is a permanent member of the International Civil Defense Organization or known as ICDO, that is an international organization which shares similar objective to ensure preparedness towards all forms of menace and disasters. As such, on the 6th of June 2010, JPAM had opened up international cooperation network from the aspect of skill knowledge sharing in the context of civil defense worldwide. This cooperation will be able to produce high-skilled and competent JPAM staff in disaster and emergency management. Ops Bantu is another JPAM service that is patrolling along the state and federal roads to lend a hand to accident victims or service aid to those in need. Outreach and Mobile Medic Team Program is a program with the objective to get closer to the community. Its purpose is to inculcate concerned attitude of JPAM towards the community. Besides giving contributions, health inspection service is also implemented from door to door. Malaysia Civil Defense Department pledges to stand up for the public safety and security in the country. The service given without differentiating socio-culture and race fulfills the character of Gagasan Satu Malaysia. People first, performance now. Malaysia Civil Defense Department.